And to the White House now, where President Trump is welcoming the 2019 World Series champions, the Washington Nationals. Let's watch.
Nearly a century later, the Nationals have brought back the trophy to America's capital, and you've won it. This is the first World Series in franchise history, and it's going to be really the first of many, I predict. I want to congratulate the terrific owners of the team, your principal owner, Mark Lerner, Ted Lerner, great people, the Lerner family. A man who's become very famous. I think he's much more famous than me right now. General Manager Mike Rizzo. You have become very famous, huh? Thank you, sir. A manager, and you watch all the mistakes made in baseball and other sports, and then you watch what this man did as manager. He didn't make any. He didn't make any. Dave Martinez. And all of the incredible coaches and players, they're all here, and we really just want to thank you, and I want to thank everybody. I see we have some very special people, and that's a beautiful trophy. I've watched that. I've looked at that trophy for a long time. For a long time, I've admired it, many years. We're also delighted to be joined by the thousands of proud Nats fans, including Secretary David Bernhardt, Secretary Alex Azar, Acting Secretary Kevin McAleenan, Administrator Andrew Wheeler, Ambassador Robert Lighthizer. Many, many folks from Congress are in the audience, senators and everybody. Well, you're all here. We love you all. And we have a good friend of mine, Bill Posey, Representative Bill Posey. You're here someplace. Thank you all for being here. A lot of power sitting on this lawn and standing on this lawn. Throughout this season, the Nationals captured the hearts of baseball fans across the region and across the country. America fell in love with the Nats baseball. They just fell in love with Nats baseball. That's all they wanted to talk about. That and impeachment. I like Nats baseball much more. You worked every count, hustled for every base, you fought for every run and produced a comeback story for the ages. Never happened like what happened with the Nats, and that means a lot of good decisions were made. You reminded us all why baseball is truly America's pastime. So great for the sport. Nearly 2 months into the season, the Nats had a 19-31 record, and I watched it closely too. I wasn't too happy. It looked like things weren't going so well, Mike, right? Not at all. But these two guys, they didn't give up. They didn't give up. And I'm sure that I'm sure the media was with you all the way, right? I remember some nasty stories. Boy, did that change pretty quickly, right? That's great. But you were second to last in the National League, and it looked like it was going to be a rough year. But you never doubted. As pitcher Max Scherzer, and boy, did he pitch well. What a job. I've watched you for a long time. Nobody throws it better than you do. What a great job you did, Max. Thank you. Under pressure as well. Under pressure as well. But, you know, Max said, we have the experience. We don't fold under pressure, which puts more pressure on the team, but that's one of those things, right? And that's exactly what happened. You didn't fold under pressure. From then on, the Nationals won 2 games for every loss, which is a tremendous percentage, winning percentage. As you battled for every win, Gerardo Parra changed his walk-up song to Baby Shark. That was a favorite of his 2-year-old daughter, and it became the anthem for the Nats fans everywhere. And I tell you what, that turned out to be a very, very powerful little tune. In the final weeks of the regular season, you were down 6 runs against the Mets, In the bottom of the ninth, you scored 7 runs. I do remember that well, including an amazing 3-run homer by Kurt Suzuki. Where's Kurt? Where is he? Come here. Come here. Come here. Say a couple words. Come on. Oh. I love him. Oh. That's so nice.
I love you all. I love you all. Thank you.
What a job he did. I didn't know that was going to happen. And by the way, Max, will you come over here, please? Come here. I asked the First Lady, do you think I can throw a ball as fast as him? She said, yes, darling, absolutely. I don't think so. Go ahead.
My gosh, to be in this moment with everybody cheering to be at the White House. What a month. What a magical month. And when the city gets behind you and your teammates believe in each other and you have 1 through 25 on the roster competing, magic happened. And what a day to be able to share it all with you.
Thank you. Good job. So you beat the Mets. In the bottom of the ninth, you scored that 7 runs, including the amazing 3-run homer by Kurt. And the Nats, as always, they lived up to a motto. It's stay in the fight. That's true about life. Stay in the fight. You never know what's going to happen. Stay in there. Soon you began a legendary postseason run against the best teams and top aces in baseball. Everybody thought it was over because it was almost like, Mike, you were just going against all of the good teams, Dave. It was sort of an incredible thing. And then Josh Hader and Clayton Kershaw to Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole. You know those names, right? They're really good, all right? Pretty good pitchers, right, Max? And you took care of it. You took care of things. Pretty incredible. You prevailed in 5 elimination games, and you were pitching. You were really facing the best pitchers in baseball, the absolute top, and you trailed in every single game. Every single one of those games you were trailing and executed 4 of your comebacks in the 7th inning, which I guess is a lucky inning, maybe. 7th inning, and then in a couple of cases later, it was a team effort. Players 1 through 25 gave every single thing they had. They gave their heart. They never quit. They never gave up. They gave their heart. At the wild card game, it's such an incredible story. At the wild card game, you were down by 2 runs in the 8th. With bases loaded and 2 outs, that's when breakout star Juan Soto. Where's Juan? Where's come here, Juan. Come. Look at his head of hair. He's got no hair problem, I want to tell you that. Look at that hair, huh? Beautiful. Say a couple.
Man, I just want to thank everybody here, all the support you've been doing for us, for the whole team. I think you bring the energy we need to win this team. And we're here. We love you all. Thank you.
Fantastic job, Juan. But Juan brought in 3 runs to win the game. We all remember that one. By the end of the postseason, Juan became the youngest player ever to hit 3 home runs in the World Series. That's fantastic. Great job. In the division series, you were down against the Dodgers late in the final game. But with your relentless old-school style of play, the Nationals sent the game to extra innings. That was incredible. With the bases loaded in the 10th, Howie Kendrick hit an epic grand slam home run. Where's Howie?
Here.
Come on, Howie. Come. Get up there.
DC, you already know how I feel about you and how I feel about this team. You know, truly something special, what we're able to do this year. You guys had a big part in that, but the guys in this locker room had the biggest part. You know, no guy ever gave up. We all kept fighting, especially with a 19-31 start. I mean, it's miraculous what we did. You know, Davey believed in us, our front office believed in us, our families believed in us and trusted us, and you know what? We brought a title back. So enjoy it, because I know we will.
Fantastic. What a